This is it. This is the Bronco Raptor. I'm here at King of the Hammers in Johnson Valley, the birthplace of the Bronco. And after being around Ultra 4 racing Broncos, this, well, it's got the same DNA. Projected to be on dealer lots later this summer, this monster of a Bronco is a lot to take in. It's very likely that this video is not your first look at the new Bronco Raptor, but I want to do what I do and give you a detailed video showing everything I could dig up on this beast. The Bronco Raptor is built around a direct injection 3-liter V6 EcoBoost specifically tuned by Ford Performance to hit a target of 400 horsepower. Quite a jump from the 2.3 liter at 275 horsepower and the 2.7 liter that I have in mine at 315 horsepower. This thing looks massive with its specifically designed 37-inch KO2s that are uniquely tuned by Ford Performance for desert running, but it's also pretty wide. The rear axle has been upgraded to a semi-float Dana 50 heavy-duty Advantech, the front to a Dana 45 Advantech, giving the Bronco Raptor a track width of 73.6 inches. 8.6 inches wider than a base Bronco's 65 inches and 6.7 inches wider than my Badlands Sasquatch, which has a track width of 66.9 inches. The total width of this monster is 86.9 inches wide with the mirrors out, 85.7 inches with them folded in. By increasing the track width so drastically, Ford Performance is adding stability when handling around high-speed turns on loose terrain. Unlike a track car that is wide and low, this thing is wide and tall, and because they can't lower it, they add a little bit more width. A few design side effects of this width are the Department of Traffic regulations for width indicators. The Raptor family has made these a part of their identity forever by placing the 3 amber lights in the grille with the outmost lights on the mirrors. It's a lot less talked about, but they are required to have the same width indicators visible from the rear, but in red, which explains the larger third brake light and the wraparound signals in the mirror that display amber from the front and red from the rear. While we're talking about the rear of the Bronco, Ford Performance has upgraded the swing arm with a beefier hinge and plate behind the tire carrier. I talked to one of the Ford Performance accessory managers about adding these parts to the base line of Broncos, and they said they haven't ruled everything out, but it may require modifying the tire carrier as they are different parts between the base line and the Raptor line. The drive shafts have also been upgraded to withstand the wheel torque that this monster produces. The ground clearance has been raised to 13.1 inches compared to a Sasquatch at 11.6 inches. The Bronco Raptor looks like a balance between aggressive and capable. Just some more dimensions to get you excited. It has an approach angle of 47.2 degrees, a breakover angle of 30.8 degrees, a departure angle of 40.5 degrees, and a maximum water fording depth of 37 inches. A base curb weight of 5,733 pounds and a GVWR of 6,850 pounds with a payload of 1,100 pounds. This can actually be a solid overland platform and a race machine all at the same time. Between passengers and gear, you will be able to carry a fair amount, but like any vehicle, pay attention to those numbers. Gear adds up quickly, but you have a lot to work with. Like, this has that payload of over 1,000 pounds, so there's a lot to use. With 13 inches of front travel and 14 inches at the rear, thanks to these new control arms and the Fox 3.1 internal bypass shocks, this sucker will make technical trails feel like the Wendy's drive-thru. The Fox suspension is nothing to bat an eye at. Both front and rear shocks use live valves derived from Fox's desert race-winning position-sensitive suspension. The Ford Performance team worked with Fox to upgrade the high-performance off-road stability suspension found on the Sasquatch Broncos to bring us Haas 4.0. This Fox system is loaded with goodies. It has 3.1 internal bypass semi-active dampers that are uniquely tuned at both the front and the rear of the Bronco Raptor specifically. And Fox threw in suspension height sensors at every corner that monitor terrain conditions hundreds of times a second to automatically adjust the suspension tuning. There is no more jumping out to soften shocks manually. It will know what you're driving over before you do. The suspension alone is enough to geek out over, but it is just a fraction of what this beast has to offer. They have also beefed up the lower control arms, the shock mounts, and added larger diameter inner and outer tie rods. This is the Bronco the way we have all wanted it. Like on the Sasquatch, the wheels are beadlock capable, so you can replace the ring and air down as low as you want to take advantage of all your tire sidewall, which is a lot on these bad boys. And they have these cool faux hubs calling back to the days of locking hubs on the original Broncos. It has a redesigned frame and roll cage to fight the torsion strain that comes with ripping this thing in the desert at high speeds. The cage has a new aluminum crossbar behind the front seats and a carbon fiber bar behind the rear seats. And that transmission mount that so many Bronco owners have bashed on rocks is gone. The Bronco Raptor has a nice smooth underbelly ready to slide down your favorite obstacles. The integrated fog lights can light independently with one switch in the default fog light position and the other using one of the auxiliary switches. The kit is also removable. This retains the modularity of the HD bumper, and with the end caps off, you can mount the kit to the top of the bumper so you gain approach angle and don't lose light. Everything on this Bronco is tuned for performance, including the fenders. Not the fender flares, we'll talk about those in just a second, but the new fenders are made using sheet molding composite, or SMC. This is a massive plus for saving weight and saving on production times, making body panels faster to manufacture for the Bronco Raptor. Now, the fender flares. These are a hot topic, and safe to say that the front fender, I think it meets our expectations. It's the rear that seems to cause some strife. Looking at the Bronco Raptor from a 3/4 angle, it looks freaking fantastic. The front has a lot of tire in front of it and integrates a mud flap, preventing those notorious rock chips we all seem to get on our doors. The rear fender from this angle looks fine too. It has a removable rock chip plate should something sneak past that front mud flap, and appears to have the same coverage as the front. However, the side profile reveals the limitations of the first US-made OEM SUV on 37s. Ford has to do a lot to ensure their tires have proper coverage, and I know we all wish this had a better aftermarket look, but their hands are tied by red tape. So this does open the door for some third-party options that I know we are all already looking forward to. In the meantime, just know that if anybody throws a fit about the look of your Bronco, they will quickly be far behind you on the trail. One last note about the fenders: they do not have the quick release that the base Bronco has. That being said, I couldn't imagine taking these off. It would just be straight tires tossing rock and debris up your doors and at your buddies behind you on the trail, so I'm actually okay with this decision. The rock sliders are modular, allowing the bolt-on step to be removed when getting into, those hairy situations. Or I guess you can just keep one step on the passenger side and remove the one on the driver's side, because you're a man and you don't need no sissy step, or whatever your reasons might be. The hood and front fenders are louvered to allow venting, and like all Broncos, there are some Easter eggs. Like here on the hood louvers, we can faintly see the years that the Bronco has won notable races. With all of those mechanical upgrades, there are some digital ones as well. Just like any other Bronco, the Bronco Raptor has 7 GOAT modes: normal, slippery, off-road, rock crawl, Baja mode, which has been specifically tuned to match all of the power of the Bronco Raptor and enables turbo anti-lag to give almost instant acceleration. And the new GOAT mode, not seen on any other Bronco yet, is the tow haul mode. This enables a tow rating of 4,500 pounds. That's 1,000 pounds over any other Bronco. The off-road GOAT mode is another new one. I asked about it and wasn't really given any specifics. Besides, all GOAT modes are specifically tuned for the Bronco Raptor. So, I am also excited to share that one of my favorite features from the Badlands is carried over to the Raptor, the Staybar disconnect, and as I understand it, it will stay disconnected up to 30 miles an hour. One more tech tool added is the exhaust note. The Bronco Raptor has a true dual exhaust system featuring active valve technology, which uses near equal length pipes for an improved exhaust note. The system allows drivers to alter the sound of their Bronco Raptor with 4 selectable exhaust modes, including normal, sport, quiet, and Baja. The interior of the Bronco has the option of marine grade vinyl seats on the standard mid and high package, with the option of laser perforated black onyx Neo suede seats on the Luxe package. The interior has the complete Ford performance treatment and is easily distinguishable from the rest of the line of the Broncos, from the code orange seat belts to the grippier race steering wheel that features a blacked out Bronco badge and the Raptor logo. The all new digital cluster is awesome. It is a 12-inch screen of pure information. This Bronco is pre-production, so I can't go into full detail about what the software will actually look like by the time it reaches us, but my first impressions are very positive. It's bright, it isn't cluttered, and it feels right. I really wish I had more time with this thing, but I got a jet so they can get the next set of media folks in here. Thanks to Ford for the incredible opportunity. This thing is very awesome. Let's do this again soon with the Everglades and a drivable Bronco Raptor. Anyway, that does it for me. If you like the video, please like the video. If you have a question, leave me a comment. And if you want to hang out again, well, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Justin B. McBride. So the Bronco Raptor is awesome. My two-door Badlands is pretty sweet too. To join me on my latest adventure with it, click this video right over here. See you in that one.